Hello, it's Josh coming here. Welcome back to another video on Forza Horizon 4. And today we're going to be doing another video talking about winter, basically. And today I thought we can have a bit of a drive about the winter season, because basically I actually completed an event quite a while ago on the game, and it actually set it on to the next season for winter. Because my last season was on autumn. I was in autumn for a little bit, and now I've turned it on to winter now, and I've been on winter for a little while, so I've not done an episode, but I thought that today we can go and explore around on the winter condition. And this video was supposed to be me doing that car collection, but I might do that in a video when I've got a lot more cars, because I've actually only got 4 cars at the moment, so I might do maybe a video like that at some point when I've got a lot more cars. But apart from that, I'm not going to really bother doing that for now. So I thought that today we can go and have a drive about and admire the winter, basically, and have a look and kind of show you how it works. So we're using my Dodge, my GT, my new car. This is the second time of me using it now, and I thought we can use it for this video. So yeah, so basically winter has not been on my Forza for that long. I think a lot of people might be on spring already on theirs, and I know that I'm not on that yet. But yeah, at the moment, yeah, I'll be staying on winter for a little bit of a while, probably at the moment. And yeah, just basically winter's a very good season at the moment. I know that I don't really know it as often, but it's still a very good season to like, because I know that like winter is kind of like my worst season out of all of them. And the reason why I hate winter is because it's not really that good. I just completely hate it, and it's just not very good, unfortunately. Like I just don't really hate the condition. Like it's always very cold, and I just don't really like it. And yeah, I just don't really like it at all. It's just not very good for me lately, and at the moment I don't really like it. So yeah, that's kind of really the reason why I've been really hating the winter season. Is because like I've always like really hated it, and I've always not really liked it. So yeah, that's what I don't like about winter. I know that winter is a very good season. I do like it on games, but in real life I don't, because it's always very cold when you're driving and when you're going out somewhere and that. But in the game it doesn't really matter, because I know that in the game it's absolutely fine. I know that I don't really mind it in the game, but I know that in real life it's basically a place where you're just trying to avoid it in real life. Like that's what you need to do at the moment, so just trying to avoid it in that life, and then when you've done that, you're absolutely fine. And then you don't have to basically just screw it up completely when you're like that, and yeah, and then you don't have to, yeah, and then you don't have to do that. But like, it's basically a condition where you need to keep an eye on a little bit, and just make sure that you do it in a completely good straight line, because that's what you need to do at the moment about the winter condition, because basically at the moment there is going to be a lot of them out there that need to try and avoid all of the winter season, basically, because that's what this season is all about. But just to make sure that you do end up avoiding yourself a little bit. And the other thing is about it is just make sure that you go completely slowly, because I know that at the moment, like, I know that winter's like a very important start of the thing, because like you need to go very slow if you're in a car or a bike. I know it happens in any vehicle. Like if you're in any vehicle, just make sure you go completely slow, because that's going to be the most important thing that you need to avoid about that. And the good thing as well, by the way, though, is we do get gritters, so that's good, because basically if the snow is all covered on the road, we need gritters, because otherwise we're not going to be driving it. I kind of basically like what they've done right now. Look, you can probably kind of see the way how I'm driving. You can see, by the way, that they've actually gritted the road out, because people can't drive when there's full thick snow, because otherwise they're basically not going to get anywhere, and otherwise they're not going to get to work. They're not going to get anywhere. That's fine with me though, because I travel on my own basically, so I'm absolutely fine, because I get the tram every day, and trams run on tracks, and they still actually grip the tracks a little bit in the morning. They do actually sometimes grip the tracks when there's no snow there. But yeah, oh dear. Okay, I went for a massive puddle there. I don't know what was going on there. I thought it was like the end of the road then, for a second. Wait, that car's just been abandoned there for some reason. Anyway, yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, basically, like, I go on the tram, so... wait, have I seen that bridge before? Look, it's a viaduct. It's a viaduct bridge. I have just spotted my first ever viaduct bridge in Forza Horizon 4. Oh my god. That's unbelievable. I have never seen a bridge like that. That is my first ever viaduct bridge. Oh, that is incredible. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, I really want to go on that. I really want to go on that. Oh my god. I am seriously going to go on that bridge. Look at that, look at it. It's a viaduct bridge, it looks incredible. Oh my god, I've never seen a bridge like that before in this game. Well, that's a surprise. That's kind of a way how to wake me up. But yeah, that's kind of a thing you need to avoid about winter at the moment. So just trying to avoid it in a good style. That's what you need to do at the moment. So like just try and grip with that so you don't have any problems with it. And then yeah, when you've got some good style with winter, just make sure that you do it completely right, because at the moment, like, I know that there's a lot of roads out there at the moment, but like, make sure that you grip yourself completely well, so you avoid yourself well. But that's kind of like the first few things that you need to do about all the winter season, because just make sure that you avoid yourself a lot. So basically, you just don't have any problems with it. So that's kind of like the first few things that you need to do at the moment. So just make sure that you do avoid yourself a lot, because that's what you need to do at the moment, and just make sure that you do it in a very good style, so you're not doing it completely wrong. And then when you're trying to go on a very heavy snow condition, just basically try and do it in a very good style. Well, that's what I've been doing at the moment. So if you guys do want to do it as well, and if you're still on the winter season or whatever, just please let me know if you are or not, because I don't know whether that people are still on this season, or maybe that they've already completed it. I don't know, because I know the winter season just going for a little while, so, and then when you've actually completed this, it does move on to spring, so, like, to be honest, I don't really know how long it will go on for, I have no idea, but I'm guaranteed for probably that reason it will go on for quite a while. That's what I'm actually probably saying, at the moment. I think it's probably going to be on for a little while, that's what I'm probably going to be saying. But yeah, because at least we have like the snow condition, and we have like the sun and all that. So at least we have like all that on that. But at the moment, like, we don't have all the other stuff and what's going on at the moment. But that's the one thing that you need to avoid. And the good thing is, by the way, that is trying to avoid all the mountains as well. So basically, one thing that I don't want you all to do is try not basically go on all the mountains. That's what you need to not avoid at the moment. So just make sure that you don't go on like all the mountains, because otherwise, if you do that, you're just going to like hurt your car. And that's kind of a one thing that I've done before. I have kind of been on a few grip mountains, and basically I've kind of really avoided them, because basically you kind of like tip off from them, and I don't really like it basically, and that's kind of one thing that I don't like about it. But at the moment though, like, I've been stepping further back and going on them, and I kind of do like funny clips when I'm on the mountains. Like, I don't really do like a video that I'm doing right now where I'm just like driving around and talking about it. And look at this road, by the way. So you can see this road has got no snow on it. Like, you can see that they've gripped this one. And you can actually see there's actually no snow on this one, because they've actually gripped it. But yeah, you can kind of tell by the main road. So this road I'm on right now is like a proper main road. So what they've done on this one, by the way, is you can see there's no snow on this road, just because this one's like a proper main road. Yeah, this one's like a proper main one that they've done on this one. Yeah, this one's like a proper main one that they've done. So that's kind of like the few reasons of what they've done at the moment about it all. And I know that you don't find as much snow as much anymore. Like, only the time that you do find snow is basically when you're on like high, when you're on like high things and stuff. So when you're on the high mountains, like that's the time you'll end up finding the snow. Like, at the moment you won't find as much of it, especially if you're on like main roads. You won't be able to find all the snow, but basically just make sure that you do get snow in a good condition, because otherwise it might not work on a right style. So just to make sure that you do have it on a good style, and just make sure that you do it completely right, because that's what I'll be doing at the moment when I'm on it. Like, that's what I will be doing on it, and at the moment, yeah, it'll be absolutely fine. So just make sure that you do it in a completely good grip. That is the most important thing. And then yeah, when you've done that, just make sure that you're doing it completely right, so you're not doing it completely wrong in that. And then when you've done it completely right, you're absolutely fine. And then yeah, you're just perfect basically, and then you're all fine, and then you can just start whenever on a nice grip track, and then you're just all happy basically, and then you're just all happy where you are. You sit around, relax on a road, doing nothing, and yeah, just gripping on the snow basically, and that's what you need to do at the moment to try and avoid, to try and like get proper grip. But that's what you need to do at the moment. So just make sure that you're doing that, because I know that's like the most important thing you need to avoid out of at the moment. But yeah, just make sure that like you do end up doing that, because that's like the yeah, the most like important thing about all of the winter stuff. And I know that at the moment it's not that difficult to be able to like avoid all of the winter condition stuff, but yeah, just to make sure that you do it completely right, because otherwise it might not work, and you might be maybe struggling on that, or maybe like struggling on grip on that to be able to find the other snow that you want to find, because you don't find much of it. And like at the moment, like there's not much snow anyway now, just because they've done a lot of avoiding on it. So at the moment, the other snow that you're trying to find at the moment is not that bad when you're trying to find it. But at the moment, basically when it's like around the place, it's quite difficult to be able to like go through it. So just make sure that you do it on a very, very good grip, because that's something I'm saying, by the way. Well, I know that there's probably a lot of people that do know about it, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know about it if they haven't got the game. So that's kind of the first few ways that you need to do. So if you guys are on the winter season at the moment, just please let me know about it. If you guys do like this season, of winter, or you just think it's really boring because there's like lots of snow around, and like the snow's come on its own as well. So it doesn't actually really matter too much, because it's all come on its own anyway, and there's really not a lot to say on it, because basically the snow's just come. It came from the season because all the snow actually came down and that, and then now it's just all came down, and like it's never come back for a real time. Basically, it's always kind of been there. And like, to be honest, like I've always loved it basically, and I've always loved using it. I've always liked snow. I know that like snow is not really that great to me anymore anyway now, but like I still love using snow. Like it's still a very, very good condition. I do love using about it, and like it's not even that bad. So just make sure that you do get some good avoiding out there. Like that's one thing that you need to do, and just make sure that you've got some very, very good avoiding that you need to do on it basically, because that'll be like the most important thing about what all the snow is all about. If when you're trying to all avoid it, and then when there's not much of it. So just make sure that you do end up doing that, because that will be a very, very good idea, and that'll be absolutely fine. Right then, looks like we spotted a beauty spot, so that's what we're going to show you this, and then we'll carry on with the story of winter.
The Derwent Reservoir. There's actually a beautiful hiking trail that winds up through the forest and along the shoreline. Long walk though, so it's much faster if you do it in a jag.
Yeah, a jag. So it's like a proper drawbridge sort of thing. That's pretty cool, isn't it? You can see me dancing away in the background with my GT. But yeah, that's that one done. So got 5 out of 12 beauty spots so far. That's pretty good. There's still a lot more left to go. But yeah, that's kind of the way how winter normally works on Forza. If you guys are still on the Forza, if you guys are still on the winter season on this at the moment, just please let me know in the comments if you are, because I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't at the moment, and they're probably still in autumn, or maybe they've moved from winter and they've gone to spring now, because I know it will do every season. So like all the seasons that you will end up doing will still be a good season. Like I don't really know exactly whether it will be a good season, because like I've not like really worked it out just yet of actually how good it's going to be. Like I have no idea. But if it's going to be very, very good, that'll be absolutely fine. Like it still probably will be a very, very good season to kind of like explore it all. And then when you've done it in a good style, it'll be absolutely fine, because like winter is always one of those sort of styles that you just absolutely love doing, and it will just be absolutely fine. But yeah, just make sure that you do it in a perfect good style, because that's what I will be talking about at the moment about it. And I just want to let you guys all know what all this season is, and it's absolutely completely fine, to be honest, because you know what you're doing at the moment on it, which is absolutely fine. And just make sure that you do it on a good one, basically. So just make sure that you do it on a good grip, because that's like the most important thing about winter, and not like the most important ones out there at the moment, to be able to get it completely avoidable. But like, make sure that you do it in a completely good style of it, and then when you've done that, you're absolutely fine, and then you've got some good grips on that, and then when you've done that, you'll be absolutely fine to be able to see what grip will be happening on it, and then make sure that you've got like a very good like sort of style to be able to see what you're going to be doing on it, to be able to avoid it, because that's what you need to do at the moment, like trying to avoid it completely well, because that's what I would say at the moment between all of you guys who do play Forza or they're doing other stuff and that. I would just make sure that you do it in a completely nice order, because that'll be like the nicest thing out there to be able to avoid at the moment. But yeah, just make sure that you do it completely right, and that's what I am saying to you guys. If you guys do end up liking it, and just make sure that you do like snow, because there's a lot of people out there that do like the snow. Like, I know that I'm probably not going to agree on that, but there's a lot of people out there that do like having snow, and they probably think it's better that snow is better on a game instead of being it in real life. And I know that like the snow in real life is not really that great as what it is in game, basically, because I know you get more of it in this one. So it doesn't really matter like with any snow condition game, but like every game that does have snow, I know there's not many games that have snow. But I know that like some of them do actually have snow, and I know that at the moment I might be completely wrong on the opinion on that, because there's a lot of people out there that like don't really know what snow condition's supposed to be on that. And I know that I know what it is, because I've been on winter for quite a while now, so at least I know what it is, but there's a lot of people out there that don't even know what it is, and I kind of feel quite sorry for them just because they don't know what it is. But there's a lot of people out there that do know what it is and probably don't know what it is and that. And then there's a lot of people out there that do know it and don't know it, and they probably just think it's quite bad, to be honest. Like, I might be completely wrong on that opinion, but there's a lot of people out there that just think it's completely brilliant, and they just think it's completely right, and that's what my opinion is all about at the moment. Like, that's what I'm saying to myself. So if I will be fine on that, that'll be absolutely perfect, and that is what I'm saying. And then yeah, that's how kind of the way how the season will normally work, being it on winter. So just make sure that you do avoid it quite well, because that's what you need to keep an eye on at the moment about it, and just to make sure that you do it in a very good style. So you've done it in like a right order, I should say. Like, at the moment I might be wrong on that, but just make sure that you do it completely right. That's my opinion. And then just make sure that you stay together and you stay completely right, and then you've done it completely right in that. So yeah, just make sure that you do it right on the season. So you're not as bad compared to like any of the other things on the game, but yeah, just make sure that you do it completely right, because that'll be like the most important thing on the game at the moment. And then when you've done like a lot more of it, it'll be absolutely fine. And then you've pretty much like avoided yourself completely very quickly when you've done that. And then when you've done that, by the way, you'll be absolutely perfect. So yeah. So basically, just trying to avoid all the grips on it a little bit, because that's what the snow's supposed to be at the moment. I know it's kind of like all over the place until you complete the season, then it usually goes. But I know there's kind of some popular ideas at the moment out there about how they can make it pretty quite nicely and stuff like that. But I know that at the moment there's kind of like a lot of grip out there that won't make it work, to kind of compare it. But I know that at the moment, like, there's kind of a lot of it out there that might not even make it work. Like, I might be completely wrong on that, to make it not work, but there is a lot of it out there that will actually end up making it work and try and make it style for a condition. And yeah, to be honest, I'm not that too bad on that, to be fair, but hopefully it will be absolutely fine. So I think that's going to be everything I'm going to say, since this video has been on for a little while. I think that's going to be everything I'm going to say, so I think I'm going to do a video like this for autumn as well. I know that the autumn season has gone, but I'm going to do a video like it with autumn as well, but I'm going to kind of explain probably less about ideas for that, so I'll probably go and do that. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a like, please do subscribe to the channel if you're on new account. And of course I will do one for spring and for summer as well. But yeah, that was just my brief look on the winter of Forza. I'm going to be on it for a little while until I do good spring, but hopefully I'll love it for the next couple of episodes. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye!